Hey guys, and welcome back. It is Jav Master Flash, and how are you all doing today? So, welcome to sunny Spain. This is Season 3, this is Race 5, and it is the Spanish Grand Prix. So, we all know that Spain is one of those circuits that divides opinion, whether it's interesting, or whether it's boring, or whether it's just meh. Me personally, I don't have a circuit that I hate. I don't have a circuit that I don't like. Maybe some of the circuits in the wet are very, very tricky, but I don't have one that I particularly dislike or have hate towards it. So what I'm showing you now is, rather than what I would normally do, is show you the last of Q3. This is my lap from, or my best lap out of Q2. The reason being is, in Q3, I managed to put a lap together that wasn't the best. First lap in Q3 was a 1:17.0, I think, 1:17.05. Then went out to try and improve on that, to try and get down to this sort of pace. And yeah, I got taken out, lost a front wing. Cheers very much, everyone's favourite buddy, old Devon Butler. So yeah, that put the kibosh on my fast lap, and ended up on the second front row of the grid, but in P2 rather than P1. I think I lost out to Hamilton by about 4/100ths of a second, all because my last lap of Q3 was severely hampered by Devon Butler. He cut across me in into turn 2 and took off my front wing. That was it over. My own fault really. I should have left more of a gap, or I should have sped up rather, as I knew he was, or a McLaren car was behind me. Devon Butler now drives for McLaren. So yeah, I should have sped up rather than, and then maybe that wouldn't have happened. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. However, P2 on the grid, can't ask for much better than that really. I could have taken my race out completely, and that's the risk you run. That's the risk you take. That's the risk the F1 drivers take if they don't get a decent lap in at the start of Q3. It really can hamper them for. Oh yeah, I did a 0.51 and Hamilton did a 0.15, so 4/100ths. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, if you don't get a decent lap in the beginning of Q3 and then you wait till the end of Q3, you really lose out. Strange, Weber taking a grid penalty already, and he's second in the championship. And he was really hot on my heels in Baku. That's where he was last year, in Baku. As I said, he's second in the championship. So he's going to lose a bit of ground unless he can make it to the front of the grid, P1, P2, P3. And in all fairness, with Hamilton being on at the front of the grid, don't know what happened to him in Baku. I really don't. Baku was one of those bizarre, strange races, and if you haven't seen or watched the Baku race yet, you need to go and watch that. But yeah, when Hamilton is on the front of the grid, I don't know. I don't know anybody else who could do it either. The AI, they just seem to take off. It's as if they sprout wings and got a jet engine on the back of them, but they take off, and they take some catching too. But that's the challenge, and that's why I love this game, because I love the challenge. I love the challenge that any sim brings, and it doesn't matter whether I end up in P1 or P201, as long as I've enjoyed it and the race is good and you guys enjoy it. That's all that really matters. But even if I didn't make YouTube videos or videos at all, it doesn't matter what platform it's on, if the race is not enjoyable, what's the point? At the end of the day, you have to be happy in yourself and what you do yourself, and if you are not happy, there is not much point. I mean, everything that comes along with it is an added bonus. If nothing comes from it, or you're not happy, don't see the point in it, because you only have to please yourself in life. And it goes back to just seeing the way the culture is, the way the world is at the minute, and people who think their opinions are far more valid than anybody else's. I see a lot of hate directed towards the new Project Cars 3 game, and people are really, really ragging on it. And I think to myself, well, you would not go to a restaurant, look at a menu, and then call out the chef for producing rubbish food just from a picture, just from a menu. Why not wait until the game comes out and actually have a go at the game, race the game, and then decide, then make up your opinion? It's like everything. Games are more or less not the finished article on release. And some developers, in all fairness, they do listen to the fan base, and they do improve and try to make the games better. And I have no doubt that will be the case with Project Cars 3. But really hating on it right now, when they've only released a few videos, I just don't see the point. But that's the culture that we're in at the moment, and it's just because my opinion is not the same as yours, it doesn't mean that you're right. It doesn't mean that I am. It doesn't mean I'm wrong, and it doesn't mean you're wrong. Opinions are exactly what they are. They're not fact. They're not stone. They're not cast in any way, shape, or form. They just are what they are. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. It's just a funny old world at the minute. It really is. So, as I said, we've already had lights out. We're already into lap 2. Hamilton, there he goes. Look, he's taken off, mate. He took off. And it's my job now to catch him. Had a bit of an ugly overtake. Elbows were definitely out. But it was deemed a legal overtake, as I did not have any issues or warnings. Bit odd, really. I was brake checked a lot in this race by the man in front himself, and coming out of the pit lane too, which is bizarre. I never noticed it up until now, up until this race today. I get brake checked a hell of a lot. But it was all good. It was all good. You know, it's the reactions like a cat lately. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm really apologise for the rant. I'm really sorry about that. I don't tend to do that. I just tend to focus on what's in front of me, and that's the game. But it just world's a little bit topsy-turvy at the moment. But I hope you enjoy this race. I really do. I hope wherever you guys are in the world, I hope you're well. Hope your families are all well. And yeah, here is sunny Spain, where the sangria flows like wine. Hope you have a fantastic day, guys. I really, really do. And I, Jaffmaster Flash, will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. stems. A new strategy is available on the MFD. They look okay for now, but we can see the wear. If you can't feel it already, then you'll certainly start too soon. Just be careful. Box, we're coming in this lap. Right, come in at the end of this lap. Box. Exit now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. Lewis is in for his stop. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Pack, P1, that's Lewis behind. The gap behind us is 2.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 9 laps to go. Leading our teammate by 2.8 seconds. Lewis is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:19.9. laps of fuel remaining. First position, front of the pack, that's Lewis behind. Our gap behind is 4.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 5 laps till the end. Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. Okay, we should be good on tyres for a while. The wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge. This is your final lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 3.4 seconds. Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. Race wins in a row. What a wonderful result. Well done.
Yes, another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Joker increases their championship lead. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I think it's got to be Lucas Weber. Time and time again, he proves that he's someone who can quietly get the job done, and that's exactly what he's done today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.